Hey guys, it's Corey. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and I'm literally eating Starbucks breakfast in the car. Have you tried these? These like egg white bites from Starbucks, so like all protein, no carbs. Carbs are the devil. So today I'm taking just my cameras, and heading to San Francisco. I haven't really taken a lot of time to explore the Bay in the 2 years that I've lived in Sacramento, so I thought it could be, a fun way to kill a Sunday. I'm gonna go check out the ocean, check out the Golden Gate Bridge. Might even stop by the Walt Disney Family Museum. I mean, I am a member after all. How's my card already so beat up? So I'm gonna finish up my breakfast. And my human fuel. And then we are gonna head to San Francisco. Of course, with any road trip to San Francisco comes traffic. I'm about halfway to San Francisco, and I stopped off at this, if one can have a favorite rest area, my favorite rest area. It's right on the edge of Vallejo, which is where Six Flags Discovery Kingdom is, and it's kind of right before you get into all the congestion of the Bay Area. They look like they're having fun. It blows my mind. You can go from Sacramento to Los Angeles on I-5 and hit very little traffic, like almost none. Yet the 60-mile stretch from Sacramento to the Bay Area on 80 is brake lights the whole way. So. I love this rest area because it's kind of like, all right, I survived. Now to rest before phase 2. Hi there. Thank you. This trip has just been an astounding amount of just traffic gridlock the entire way. It's brutal, really. I'm 2 hours into the trip, into what should be a 90-minute trip. 2 hours into a 90-minute trip, and I still have a half hour to go. The place that I'm headed today is called the Marin Headlands, and it's just over on the Sausalito side, which is the opposite side of the Golden Gate Bridge from San Francisco. It's supposedly got phenomenal views of the ocean, lots of woods and pretty stuff to look at, a great view of the bridge, of the San Francisco skyline. So I thought that would be kind of a cool place to go explore. I've never been there before. I finally made it to the Marin Headlands here in San Francisco, overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge, but as is often a problem in San Francisco, the fog rolled in right as I was driving up the mountain. But I promise you, the bridge is right there. The wind up here in the Marin Headlands is crazy. I'm having to use one hand to hold the tripod, and I'm kind of like balanced on the edge of a cliff. This is a long way down if you were to fall. Be very careful as you come up here. If you ever have the opportunity to come up here and explore San Francisco, definitely drive up to the Marin Headlands. Beautiful views of the Golden Gate Bridge, and the mountains around here are just stunning. But definitely wear comfortable shoes, prepare for a lot of walking, and bundle up. It gets a little chilly up here. That was really cool to see the Marin Headlands and the Golden Gate Bridge. And Now begins the long, did I mention long? Drive down the mountain. You know, I've crossed this bridge a couple of times in the last 2 years, and every time I drive across it, it just, wow. Like, I truly don't have the words. It's something you have to see at least once in your life. We're gonna get off here and visit one of my favorite places in the whole world. For our next stop today, they don't like professional cameras in here, which I totally understand. I mean, everything in their collection is copywritten in one form or another. But we are in San Francisco's Presidio, and I'm gonna stop by and have lunch at the Walt Disney Family Museum. To anybody who looks up to Walt Disney, the Walt Disney Family Museum is a really powerful place. And my favorite room is this one that I'm sitting in now, where it goes through, you know, one of Walt's final projects was the parks. You know, he bought the land for Walt Disney World shortly before he died. But Disneyland was truly his baby, and there's so much cool stuff in here, including a full-scale model of the park. You definitely got to come take a walk through here if you're a fan of the parks. This photo marks the spot in the museum where we move on to Walt's legacy after his death. I think it's a perfect photo.
I felt a sense of sadness, but it wasn't a sense of doom because he really had built such a strong team. And the team understood his magic, and the team had the dream. And I don't think anyone was going to disappoint him.
One of the cool things about this museum is it has an incredible gift shop that you've really got to explore. What did I tell you? The Walt Disney Family Museum is amazing, isn't it? It always touches me, especially getting to the part after Walt's passing and the way the world mourned him. I can really understand that, even though he died, you know, before I was born. You know, I still feel that loss even today, even in 2017. But let's focus on the positive. I got stuff. I'm excited to see this. It's called Walt, the Man Behind the Myth. The Walt Disney family had a lot of, I guess you could say, a lot of problems with the PBS documentary, which was really good, by the way. I recommend you watch it. But they said that Walt wasn't completely accurately portrayed in that documentary. So they made their own. It's 117 minutes. It was like almost 2 hours long. And it's supposed to be really good, and I've been wanting to get it, and I finally did. And then I'm not a pin trader at the parks, so to speak, but I am a pin collector, meaning that once I buy a pin, you're not getting it. So I had to pick up Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. He's so cute. I love Oswald. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this vlog, don't you think? We've driven like 200 miles together, spent many hours together, and I'm kind of out of things to do for this trip to San Francisco, but of course there will be others. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up down below and share the vlog with your friends. That's if you're on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, it's even easier. Click like and click that share button and share it on your Facebook. And don't forget to check out the No Midnight Podcast on Facebook at No Midnight Podcast or at nomidnightpodcast.com or No Midnight Podcast on YouTube. You can also follow me on Twitter, Corey on the Radio, or tweet No Midnight for the No Midnight Podcast, Corey on the Radio or No Midnight Podcast on Instagram, Corey on the Radio on Snapchat. There's a ton of ways to get in touch. More vlogs coming up. Next weekend, I'm going to be at Disneyland with Adam from the No Midnight Podcast, so definitely look for some vlogs from there as well. Thank you for spending this day with me. My, hashtag single guy solo road trip. It's a long hashtag, but I'm glad you were able to tag along. I'm Corey. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.